Hello lovelies and welcome to today's video. So this is an art journal page, but this is a page in my creative journal, my brain dump book. I've called it many things. Basically this is my day-to-day journal. I don't use it every day, but it's more of a journal where I can put my thoughts, random bits and pieces that happen throughout the day, postcards, photos, just things like that. So it's basically a journal, but I do a lot of art journaling in it as well because art is my way of dealing with everything. So it's been a rough couple of days. The boys have been very emotional, very anxious because of the move. And it's a full moon. So needless to say, it's been a rough couple of days, and every now and then I just want to get out of my head. Now, it has been actually an effort for me to sit down and create. I have to physically make myself sit down and create because there's just so much going on that I have to actually remember to take the me time, and the motivation has been lacking, and I have to actually force myself to sit down and take some time. So that's what this was all about. I just needed to, just do something creative, which I hadn't done in a long time. And that's why this probably ended up in my journal and not my art journal. So, you know how much I love to put paint down with my hands or my brayer, but every now and then I just want to pick up a paintbrush. I just want to use bold strokes of a paintbrush, and that's what I wanted to do in this page. So yeah, that's what I did. I started with a brayer to try and put some paint down, but in the end didn't really like it, so I just went with some colours. They're all Dina Wakley colours, and I've got, I think it's turquoise, eggplant, blackberry, Sedona, and lemon, I believe. And I didn't think I'd use them all. I just put out some colour. I do actually end up using them all. Oh, and I've got night as well. Night is one of my favourite colours. But I'm just starting by just putting paint down. There was no real thought to this. I just wanted to play with some paint and just get out of my head for a little while and just, create something. So I'm starting with my two base colours. So I started with the turquoise, and then I've gone back in with the blackberry, I think it is. And then I'm going to add smaller areas with my paintbrush and some mark making tools with some of my contrasting colours, and that's the colours I'm putting out now. So I've got night, lemon, and Sedona. Sedona is one of my favourites, as you can tell. It's very well used. So this little turquoise thingy on the side, this is my new little toy, and I love it. So I was at Kmart, because who doesn't love Kmart? And I saw this and I thought that would make a really great palette, because if you've watched my videos, you know I tend to use my stamp blocks as palettes, because the big palettes I find are too big. I just want something small to put some paint on, but I'm ruining all my stamp blocks. And I saw this, and this is actually called a spoon rest. And I saw it and thought this would be perfect for paint and paintbrushes, so I had to grab it. And I really love it. It's silicone, and it only cost me like $1 something, so it's definitely a really cool tool to give a go if you're like me and find yourself using your desk or your stamp blocks as paint palettes. So I'm drying in between creating my layers because I didn't want to blend my colours. I wanted these colours to really stand out from the background and to really make some contrast. So I'm making sure everything is dry in between. I did blend the turquoise and the blackberry, but everything else I wanted to really have these bold pops of different colours. So I've used the night, which does look black when you use it pretty thick. When you spread it out, you can definitely see that there's more hints of purple in there. But the Sedona was one that I really did have to apply thickly, otherwise it sort of gave that mud look, which I didn't want. I wanted that deep burnt orange. So I'm just using that fairly heavily. So I didn't want to do big blocks as well, so I've just used my paintbrush to do sort of like little strokes, and then I'm using my paintbrush as a mark making tool. So because it is a flat brush, I'm putting a bit of paint on the very tip of it, and I'm using it as a mark making tool. And there was literally no thought behind this page. I just wanted to play with a paintbrush and put some paint on a page. See, I even break my paintbrush, drop it, but I still, don't worry about it. I just, make it work. So as you can see, I haven't used the lemon yet, and I didn't think I would. I was liking the page and I thought the lemon would be too much of a contrast. But I wasn't finished playing and I still had some paint on my palette, which I'm not going to let go to waste, so I figured I may as well just do some more mark making. So I used my finger because why not? And I'm just going to pop this in a few places on the page. And that's pretty much it for the background. Like, that's pretty much what my page ended up as. I just wanted to play with paint and just make some marks pretty much. So that's what I did. So yeah, the yellow was definitely an experiment. But as I keep telling anyone that listens, there is no wrong in art. I wasn't finished playing, I had more paint, so I used it up. So yeah, always don't be afraid to do something that you think's going to turn out bad, because you can always just turn the page. And like I said, there is no wrong in art. You can always use it. So now I'm going through one of my absolute favourite sticker books, and I really need to get another one. This is one of the Art by Marlene ones, and I just love the quotes that are in this book. They're perfect for art journal pages. I love the grungy look of them. I love the fonts. I love everything about them. So I really need to get another one of these books. And this one says, storms don't last forever. And considering the week we've had, I thought this would kind of be perfect for the page that I'd made. I hadn't intended to make an art journal page per se. I did want to play with some paint and put it on the page. I wasn't sure if I was going to journal on it because this is my journal. But in the end, I figured this pretty much summed up the week I was having and how I was feeling and why I was creating. I needed some me time. I needed to just forget about everything that's been going on, and I needed to create. And that's what this page was all about. Sorry about that, there's motorbikes outside. It is Saturday afternoon, so yeah. But yeah, so that was pretty much how this page came about. It wasn't intended as an art journal page per se. It was more of a self-care kind of page in my journal, if that makes any sense at all. But anyway, I think you know what I'm trying to say. So just because I didn't like the stark white edges on my stickers, I just scribble around them with my favourite Stabilo All pencil, and that's it for my page. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will be back real soon with another one. Bye for now.